Science shows there is a hidden motivation switch located deep in the brain that unlocks a monster-like level of motivation, one that practically forces your brain to crave doing the hard work you keep putting off. Now picture this. You set the alarm early, determined to start the day right. But when you hear the alarm, you immediately press snooze. Not once, but twice. The motivation you felt last night is already long gone, and you are stuck another day in the unproductive loop of endless stimulation. You are not abnormal for this. The problem is not that you are lazy, but that you lack a specific type of motivation. Also, there are probably two things you do daily which seem minor, but massively impair your ability to crave doing hard work. In this video, I am going to present you scientifically backed solutions to your problems, which will change the way you think about motivation and drive. First, you have to understand that you are extremely desensitized to dopamine, which means that you need a lot more stimulation to feel motivated. Don't worry. To change that, you do not need to meditate for 10 hours, for a whole month, like a month. To master your dopaminergic system means to master the art of making the boring rewarding. To do that, you have to modify how you take breaks. If you are like most people, you take dopamine-fueled breaks. For example, between study sessions, you scroll on TikTok. However, it is detrimental to do something more stimulating than your current task. When taking a break, just imagine how dull it would be to read a dense, philosophical text after you were just exposed to the infinite novelty of social media. On the other hand, imagine how desperate your brain would. They come from forces outside your control. Want to read that text after you just stare at a wall for 20 minutes. So the first principle to do hard work effortlessly is to make your breaks as boring as possible. Somewhat connected to that, the next thing you need to do is to inhabit the in-between. Think about what you did the last time you were waiting in a line or sitting in public transport. My guess would be that you were probably scrolling on your phone or even listening to music. What you need to realize is that every time you do that, you miss out on a big opportunity, an opportunity to ground yourself in the present. When we cut out the unintentional information consumption, we counteract the desensitizing of our dopamine receptors with the consequence of increased drive and productivity. The next time you go to school or wait in line, don't listen to music and just observe your surroundings. Now let's talk about the source of your motivation. This is where the underlying problem for most people is, but also a goldmine for instantaneous improvement. You can either get your motivation from intrinsic or extrinsic sources. You can think of extrinsic sources like money, status, and praise as fossil fuels, offering only a temporary boost. And unfortunately, they eventually